Alright, so let's touch a little deeper with the triggers, but specifically for twin flames. Okay, so say you're hanging out with your twin and you guys are having a lot of fun. You could simply be watching something like on Netflix or whatever and having dinner in the bedroom, and however it is that you chill, you're having a great old time. You're laughing, you're relaxing, you're really enjoying yourselves. Say it's been like, I don't know, well, honestly, it could even be in the same day, because like there could be some light triggers. For example, say that it really triggers you when your twin flame is just like always checking his phone, and you're not even sure, like, on a deep level yet, why it triggers you. You just know that it triggers you, and it just doesn't stop because he just keeps going at, like, it doesn't matter what we could be in the middle of. We could be in the middle of something very, even intimate, really, and he could check his phone, and it just triggers you. And then, like, say, like, a day or two later, something triggers you even harder, but it has to do with, like, I don't know, like the opposite sex with him. But, like, it's on a deeper level. It's not a surface level thing. It's not like a jealousy or insecure thing, because you've been working on that. It doesn't even feel that way. You know on a deep level that there's something deeper going on with you. It's not surface level. And it's not something that you will be able to figure out until you are by yourself. Mostly because usually with the whole twin flame dynamic thing, it's the divine feminine that is spiritually leading the whole inner work thing. So, like, the divine feminine, this is not a gender thing. Divine feminines can be guys. It could be girls and girls. It could be guys and guys. This isn't like a gender thing when it comes to twin flame relationships. But anyway, the divine feminine, this is an energy thing, and the whole point of this is that the divine feminine, like, they're closer to spirit. Divine masculine is closer to the physical realm. So the divine feminine leads the inner work on a spiritual level. So basically, you're going to be having a good old time with your twin until there are triggers. It's just how it goes. And the whole point of your twin flame triggering you, they're not actually, it makes it look like your twin flame is being a jerk, putting it mildly, because you're gonna be thinking other words. But anyway, but really, your twin flame is being your twin flame. Like, you are being the perfect mirror for each other. So, like, instead of your twin flame just being a jerk, your twin flame is actually speaking, like, his soul is speaking to your soul, is what's really happening. So on a soul level, you are being spoken to like, uncover that trigger. This isn't surface level work. You have to go in deep. You have to go to the root cause, and you have to, like, really dig in there and be like, why does this keep bothering me? You have to keep doing that. And you won't be able to, at least in my experience, you will not be able to figure that out unless you are by yourself, sitting with yourself, and journaling, meditating, doing all the processing, figuring out why the same triggers are still bothering you. And once you realize what it is, awareness is amazing. Because once you have the awareness, you can move on to that next step. And the next step is basically just, you're releasing that trigger and you are moving on to the next thing. So that's basically what I wanted to touch up on, is that I've noticed that divine feminines, they get worried about if they even should talk with or hang out with their divine masculines, because maybe they feel like the divine masculines haven't grown to a certain level. But the thing is like, it's actually okay. In a way, it's okay for the whole, you spend time with your twin flame, you have a separation, you spend time with your twin flame, you have another separation. It's actually okay to go through that stuff, as long as you have your boundaries. If you intuitively feel like you need to set your boundaries, then go for it. I've done that too. But it is actually okay to spend time with them and experience those triggers, because that is actually, that's your inner work. They're helping you get there. They're helping you to rip off that band-aid, is what they're doing. So you experience those triggers and you heal that extra layer. That's what that is. And you're going to be doing that until you don't really feel it, but you are aware that it's there. You're aware the trigger's there. It's showing up to see if you're still going to get triggered by it. That's what the triggers are for. That's what these life lessons are for, to see if you're still going to get hurt by it. That's what a trigger is. And that's the whole twin flame dynamic thing, is that this isn't a romantic thing. It's obviously there's romance in there, but the whole point of the twin flame dynamic is that you are ascending. You're working on yourself. You're going to have those downloads because you're going through your spiritual journey. Like, this is going through your ascension. You are rising. That is what this twin flame journey is all about. So that's why it's important for you to go through those triggers and to just really, you can't ignore doing the inner work. I have talked to the divine feminines who say they don't want to do the work. If you're not wanting to, then don't. But I will say this: you will experience the same patterns until you start doing the work. You're gonna experience the same shit. You just are. That's how this works. But yeah, that's all I want to touch up on, is that's why you are spending time with your twin flame, so that you both can do the growing. You're leading the growth you're leading the inner growth spiritually. So the more that you do the work, your twin flame will reflect that. You don't even have to worry about them doing the growth, because it is going to reflect in their own timing. Have a good day.